I think the key to having a successful music store in Latin America is being able to offer the right service and the right product at the right price point. I think that the infrastructure in Latin America is limiting in terms of the services we can offer. We're looking at offering services that do not encompass the entire catalog, the entire content. That is more limiting, maybe top 40, top 50 songs that are charting. That way the user can have a very positive experience while still being able to get the music through their mobile devices.
And I think just at the right price point also sometimes means not the consumer not even feeling that they're paying. So in many of our the countries where we operate, consumers don't see the value in music, which we're trying to change, educating them. But sometimes we kind of disguise the price within their whole plan.
There's a example here in the United States that is Pandora. That is an application that you can download in your smartphone, and you can have music. But if you want to access the music, you must pay for the service. But anyway, you have it. Do you think that that would be able to develop in Latin America?
I think it will, and I'll get some help from her. But in my opinion, I think it will. It's going to take time. I think paying $10 a month for a service, a music service, is probably a little bit too much nowadays for the consumers in Latin America. That's why we try to offer them somehow a discount within their plan. So if you buy a mobile plan, certain types of plans, music is included, or the fee is a lot less because we subsidize that license somehow.
Yeah, we're starting to see Pandora-like services starting to emerge in Latin America. I think that the biggest difference with the Pandora service versus others, is the fact that it's not an on-demand service, meaning that it's more of a linear radio. So we find that Pandora is competing more with terrestrial radio rather than the existing iTunes a la carte or Spotify all-you-can-eat solutions. It's yet to be determined whether the consumer base in Latin America will have an appetite for this type of service.
What kind of monetization do you get from the carrier deals?
We have agreements with carriers where we bundle services, as Juan Carlos mentioned, where the consumer gets either a total, the service is totally subsidized or is partially subsidized by the carrier. I think that also the data traffic is subsidized with the carrier. So based on this type of an agreement, that requires additional discounts on our part to be able to make it an amenable solution for both the carrier, the content, and the consumer.
Yeah, and I think monetization also goes beyond the actual revenue, dollars. It goes beyond that. It's also creating brand loyalty, increasing your brand perception as well. So that factors in for us as overall monetization.
Being Latin America market that is that where the prepaid clients are huge part of the market, how do you think that they can download these applications free, and how do you think that you as company could monetize these kind of applications?
I think that the prepaid market is very important to us, obviously 80%. And we're currently exploring new and creative, innovative ways to resolving this problem. We're working closely with the carriers. We're looking at consumption models that include more of a weekly consumption and at times a daily consumption, where the financial requirements for the consumer is not as high. We also understand that the local currency and maybe having access to gift cards is important. So I think that the prepaid market is the market in Latin America that is untapped, and that all of the partners that we're working in this ecosystem, we're working together to find the right solution so we can reach the general market.
I think Herb answered that question perfectly.
What do you think that are the clues to offer a multi-platform entertain service for each device? Do you think that you be able to monetize each device?
And I can start, and Herb probably end this question. But in our particular case, our music offering is multi-device. So our services, you can listen to music on the web, you can listen to music on your phone, or you can listen to music on the tablet. So for us, it's really across all devices. But I'm not. In the case of Herb and the labels, it's probably a little bit different.
Yeah, I totally agree that providing an all-encompasses solution for all the devices is a perfect consumer experience. We do have services that do not operate under that model. They're less optimal than what Juan Carlos Enterprise offers the consumer. And sometimes we have a limiting factor of just one device at a time, and we tag a premium to a multi-device offer. And this is a way that sometimes we look at different variables in terms of monetizing at different levels. And as the consumer wants to be able to have a full experience, then that requires an additional bounty, an additional premium in order to value that experience.
And I think that's the case in many services. In many services nowadays, you pay for the lower tier or you pay for the higher tier, which offers you multi-device.